Absolutely. Isn't that the truth? It really is. Now let's talk about some of the cookware you might have at your home. Who here has ever heard of Revereware? The copper bottom cookware? Ever seen that? We give that to a lot of people as a wedding gift. It's a very nice wedding gift too. It's not cheap. It's about $100 a piece in the department stores. The issue with Revereware is you got to use those fluffy duffies to keep them shiny, right? On the bottom, that copper. And then if you tap the bottom, you're going to hear it's very, very thin. Now, it gets hot spots on the inside because it's so thin. So you've got to constantly stir your food or your food sticks to the hot spot. How about glass cookware, Visionware? Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
You know why people get Visionware?
So they can see it.
So they can watch the food burn. Basically, that's what happens. Problem with glass, it was a great idea because it was non-porous, but the problem with the glass was that it heats only from the bottom. So the food's only cooking from the bottom. You've got to constantly stir to get the food hot from all sides. How many of you have ever used aluminum cookware? Nobody's admitting to that, huh? I think we've all used aluminum cookware from time to time. You're going to find aluminum cookware is actually one of the biggest selling cookware utensils in America, the world for that matter. The reason is it's very cheap. It's inexpensive. You're going to find it at a lot of the discount stores. Also, aluminum conducts heat very quickly. When you first cooked out of aluminum cookware, when you bought it, was it nice and shiny? Remember?
Yes.
Nice and shiny? Then you cooked it, what happened to the inside? Didn't it start to darken up on you? Yeah, and the more you cook in it, the darker it gets. And then you cook something like spaghetti sauce or applesauce, anything acidic. Well, it actually cleans out the darkness, doesn't it? It gets shiny again. Where do you think that dark stuff went? Into the food. Yeah, where'd the food go?
In our stomach.
In our stomach. Now, I'm not a doctor, and I've heard rumors about some of the diseases associated with aluminum, but all I know is this. If you're eating that dark stuff, I choose not to eat out of that cookware any longer. How about cast iron? Anybody have any cast iron at home?
I like cast iron.
Cast iron is one of the best cookwares out there. It's been around since the days of the Indians, and the reason is it's excellent for cooking. The reason it's so good is that cast iron holds heat. Once it gets hot, it stays hot. And I don't know about you, but I've had nothing better than cornbread out of cast iron skillet.
Exactly.
Isn't that amazing? The only issue with the cast iron is that it's also very porous. Now, when you first get your cast iron home, what are you supposed to do to it? Season it. Right? Donna, you do a lot of cooking at home, huh? You season that cookware. You put oils and greases in the cast iron. You put it in the oven. You turn the oven up. The metal expands. The oil and grease fills those pores, and you're supposed to have non-stick cookware. Of course, the first egg you cook sticks, doesn't it? A couple weeks later, you cook some fish, and that sticks. That's how we got fish sticks, Mickey. Ba-dum-bump. Thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate that. That's what your job is going to be, the ba-dum-bump guy. Okay, there we got that. So cast iron, you got to season it, and then you cook in it, and you're not supposed to clean it again after you season it, because if you clean it, what happens? You got to season it again, right? So you cook some eggs one week, and the next week you cook some fish, and then the next week you cook some lasagna that tastes like fish and looks like eggs. Now, it's excellent cookware. By the way, have anybody ever seen a cast iron skillet that has the crud on the outside edge? That's Grandma's cooking. Yes, that's right. Been around so many years, heated up and cooled down, and it's so porous that that food actually starts on the inside and works its way out to the outside. That's what that crud is. Flavor on the outside of your cookware. Now, it's not a health issue. There's nothing unhealthy about that because every time you heat the cookware, it's going to kill the bad stuff. My point is, it's excellent for cooking, just not the most sanitary in the kitchen. Well, the Healthy Gourmet has taken the best of all worlds. What we've done is we've started with what's called T400 magnetic steel. It's the equivalent of cast iron. And we've taken that and we've sandwiched that between aluminum, because aluminum does conduct heat very quickly. You just don't want to eat off of that surface. So we make it very safe. We put the aluminum on the inside where it never touches your food. And then we wrap that with 3 more layers of what's called T304 surgical stainless steel. Now, it's not just any stainless steel. This is what they use in the hospitals when they do heart valves or hip replacements. It's 100% non-porous and nothing sticks to it, and it's indestructible. How many of you guys have Craftsman's tools? Mike, a Craftsman? You know, Craftsman's made very much the same way. And Craftsman going to give you a warranty. They stamp their name on the side of the tool. How long is that warranty good for?
The vegetables are ready.
Very good, Mike. You've been watching those very carefully, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Can everybody see the vapor coming out of that lid? Now that vapor tells me it's 180 degrees in that pan. Now we're cooking without water, so that's the natural vapor of the vegetables that's now vaporizing. That also tells me it's time to turn off the burner. Now I want you to watch how quickly that vapor disappears. As soon as I take it off of that burner, the vapor's gone. Now this is how waterless cooking works. That vapor has now filled a reservoir around the top of the pan and sealed the lid down. It's now going to act like an oven. It's going to cook from all angles, from the bottom up, the top down, and the sides in. But I no longer need the energy. We're going to save some money. Remember I talked about the glassware that only cooks from the bottom? Healthy Gourmet cooks from all angles. That saves us a little bit of time.
Lickety split.
Thank you very much, Rhett. You're doing excellent. So we're going to put it here on a cold burner and just let it continue to cook in its own heat, like it's in a little bit of an oven. Now, where was I, Mike?
Craftsman Tools.
Thank you very much. The Craftsman Tools. I'm glad he kept track. Now, Craftsman Tools, I said stamps their name. How long is that warranty good on a Craftsman tool?
Lifetime.
That's right. If it breaks, you take it back to Sears. They're going to replace it because
I
you...
take it back to Sears.
Mickey takes it back to Sears, and they replace it because it has that stamp on the side, so we know. Well, I want you to notice on the side of our cookware, we also laser our name into the side. That is your warranty. Now, it's not lifetime. Our warranty is going to go on long after you're gone. It's heirloom quality. You want to leave this to your kids, your grandkids, their grandkids. We're going to replace, if necessary, the handles, the knobs, and the metals forever for free. Now, does that sound expensive? And it is. But again, I'm telling you. But again, who would agree you get what you pay for? And let me ask you this. What is better health worth? You know, it's very interesting in this country. We are kind of raised to be consumers. You know, they can make a light bulb that'll never burn out. But they make them to burn out because they want you to buy another one. If you buy a new car, it gives you a warranty, doesn't it? What happens as soon as that warranty is over?
It breaks down.
You got to take the car to, it's on purpose. Well, my friends, I'm happy to tell you, you will never buy another set of cookware. Because with the Healthy Gourmet, it is the last set of cookware you'll ever own. We make it to last forever, and it will. You want to leave this to your kids. You know, let the health habit continue on generation after generation, and we're going to help you do that. And we're going to help you do that fast, which is, and to save some money, which is a, yeah, exactly right. And you never know, we could even send Mike home with you because he's pretty good at doing the chicken right here. Okay. Mike, your vegetables I think are just about ready. Now, we talked about how it cooked from all angles. I talked about the metals that we use in our Healthy Gourmet cookware. I want you to feel the top and bottom of that pan, Mike, would you? Just tap it real quick. You feel how hot that still is? Go ahead, Mickey. Oh, that was so cute. That was great. Donna, how about you? Take a feel. Just feel. I want you to feel how hot that still is. Been sitting off the burner now for a little while. The reason is that the T400 magnetic steel that we had, like the cast iron, it keeps it hot. That's why it works like a little bit of an oven. Now let's take a look at your creation, Mike. You guys ready to see what Mike did with the vegetables?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Make them feel good, okay? On the count of 3, I'm going to take the lid off. I want you all to go, wow! Let's rehearse that once. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
That's not bad. All right, Mike, this one's for you. Really good. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
That is a wow. Take a look at the color of those vegetables. You see the greens are still green. The purple cabbage is still purple. It's not battleship gray that normally happens when you boil your vegetables. The corn is very yellow. Doesn't that smell good? Now, here's the interesting thing, too, is, you know, if you need to get a hot plate, we kind of do that, too. Now, here's the worst part that comes. When you cook this way, I'm promising your neighbors are going to come over, kind of like tonight did. But when you cook this way, your neighbors are going to come by, and they're going to say, we're hungry. Why isn't dinner on the table? You can be pretty quick about this and just go ahead and tell them dinner's served on a silver platter right there. Mike liked that. Okay. Now, we're going to head off to the dining room. We're going to start serving up the dinner. You guys ready to eat? Absolutely. Excellent. Let's go have some fun, and let's go get some food. We're going to start off with some salad here. Now, y'all just do me a real big favor tonight. Take your time and taste the foods, and before you put any salt and pepper on there, taste it without the seasonings, okay? And later on, when we're all done eating, I'm going to find out what your favorite foods were. So, bon appetit. We're going to start with the salad. I'll be right back with some of your main course, okay?